Hi everyone, welcome to today's reading, which is for the week ahead, and we are at the end of March. The reading today, I've already picked the runes. I wanted to pick the runes today first. Thurizaz first, and that is the rune, that is, I don't know if you can see it, chaos, evil and temptation. Which doesn't sound so hot, does it? It's also about people of power, people in power, causing problems, causing issues, being like a monster. In fact, it's one of the characteristics is it is the devil, it's demon, it's evil, it's a monster, it's all these things. And that can mean you or something coming to you. You might be watching what's going on and seeing everything like it's collapsing around you. And that could be deemed within you as something is powerful and evil and disastrous. It can also be deemed as the psyche of a human, the power within, the evilness, but also the understanding that you can deal with things, that you've got that power, you can say it as it is, and that's how it is. But don't get me wrong, you can use this rune for good as well as chaos. It doesn't have to be used in that way. There's an awful lot of power within. Now when I think about this, and I'm going to hold the rune against my head, because that sometimes helps me to see what the focus is, and what I'm picking up is people in fear of what they do, fear of what they say, fear of how they're doing every day. Life in general has become a lot worse in a lot of ways. There doesn't seem to be any discipline in the world anymore. There doesn't seem to be that anybody's on the same wavelength. And this in a community is quite harsh, is quite difficult to live in. But guys, we have ourselves only to work with, and we as one person with the one heart condition of love can change that. But you have to do it in the right way, and to argue, to put out things isn't going to change anything. So we have to work on ourselves within. We might have crisis within the family where things are not working out, and all you want to do is get your point across, but guys, it's not going to work. You know your destiny, you know what you're working towards. Don't let anybody steal that from you, but also don't do it in a wrong way. Don't push others away. Show love instead. That is very powerful. In fact, that is more powerful than anything that's going on at the moment. And that is the trouble. Love has taken a back seat. We are not open to each other at this point of time, and so there's going to be a lot of misunderstandings, and people are feeling lost. People are very, very lost at the moment, but it doesn't mean you have to be lost. And Thurizaz comes to tell you that you have that inner power. You have the power not to be in the same struggle as others around you, and you can teach others how to be in a good place. It is also known as the thorn because it's Thurizaz is Thursday as well. Thor's day. Thor is powerful, mighty hammer, Mjolnir, but he's also a protector. He's powerful, but he can use his power in two different ways, for good or for bad. Now, he's the protector of Midgard. He's the one that keeps us safe from the giants and all that. But what you need to remember is he's also got traits that can be deceptive. So he's powerful, but it's up to him in what way he's using that power. And it's the same for us. We might be under a lot of pressure in some way, and I feel people are being put under pressure in some way, either at work or in society in general, by what we are as witches, as light workers. There's a lot going on about world religions at the moment, and we can be stuck in this limbo. But what this is saying is the thorn in the side, the thing that won't let you forget. It hurts, it digs in, it's a thorn, it's sharp. But you've got the power to override that. With Thurisaz, you can do it. You have that power. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody try to dissuade you and turn you away from what your focus is. If you want to go out there and do good for the world, you go out there and do good for the world. If you want to sit back and ignore what's going on, it's your right to do so. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Don't let anybody be over you. You are your own laws. You are your own person. So Thurisaz is a very powerful rune, and it's not all about chaos and destruction. It can also bring through some good things as well. Is Ingwas. Whoops, there we go. Ingwas. This is Ingwas, and I'm going to hold this here because I love the energy of Ingwas, because it is a lovely rune. It's peace and harmony. And it's named after the hero god of the Norse people, Ing. He came across the sea and he brought with him peace, harmony, and everything was wonderful. People lived in harmony and they were peaceful and happy, and they had a great life with him as the god and king of the areas. Now, looking at it as it goes in with the other rune, Thurisaz, you can see that what this is telling you is you need to keep that peace and harmony within you. And so by doing that, you're not letting those energies pierce into you. And so that could mean whatever it is you're doing at the time, don't let those energies of the outside come in. Always give out peace and harmony and completion. And don't seek what the world is seeking. In other words, persevere in what it is you believe, what it is you have a heart for, and keep that peace and harmony. But also share that with others. Give it out to other people, because they deserve peace, harmony, and all of that as well. Justice and all sorts of stuff comes within, because the god and the king Ing gave out justice, and that is why they had peace. That is why they had harmony, because there was no badness in the kingdom at that time. The Viking people, the Norse people, they were happy. They were really fulfilled. Live one day at a time. Live it to the best that you can. Give out as much as you can, and that's all that will be asked of you. So guys, it's not a hard thing to do, to refrain from the outside. If you see anger, walk away from it. If you see arguments, walk away from it. Be as pure in your heart as you can. That way you don't get involved in, and then you will not feel scared, because what is gone will stay gone. What you keep today will stay with you, and hopefully the future will be peaceful and full of harmony and love. If you look at the rune, you can see it's got two other runes with it. The one, if you take the cross off of the top, you've got two crosses, which is Gebo or Gebo. And if you take the middle, the diamond with the legs at the bottom, you've got Athila. Now Athila or Athala is the rune of family and home. And so as such, it is telling you to basically keep your thoughts on what it is you need to interpret the right way. Obviously, watch the warnings, because you're keeping your family and yourself safe. So that's a Thala. It's all about your life, your family, your parts of your existence. Obviously, keep an eye out on what's going on, but don't let it infiltrate in. Be protective. The other part is Geba. It's the rune of love and forgiveness, guys. And it's about giving as well as receiving. And so we have to be open to other people's views and other people's lives. And we can give of ourselves, but obviously only give what you can give. Don't overdo it, because it might bring problems. You know, people don't always want to hear the good. They are more interested in what's going on, which is not good. So we need to be resilient against that. And so if you put the 3 runes together, it's telling you to be secure, to keep yourself safe, to keep focused, but be joyful with love and honor and completeness and justice and all those wonderful things. If you can do that, you will refrain yourself from those evil, horrible energies that Thurisaz is talking about. Tiwaz, the warrior's rune, and the lovely god Tyr, and his sacrifice, the things that he did, which brought a catastrophe for the end times, as we know from all the writings. That was going to be the sword arm, as he had the hand bitten off. He knew, even though he sacrificed that would mean that they would lose Ragnarok. But he still sacrificed his hand for the good of that moment in time. But Tyr is a god of, he's a warrior, he's strong, he knows his own mind, he knows what's right from wrong. But it's also about courage. It's also about understanding that sometimes we have to be the warrior. Sometimes we have to stand up for ourselves. Sometimes we have to help others as well. And Tyr is a good god to go to for that, because he looks after his warriors. He looks after those that are struggling and in a fight. And if you find yourself in that position, you're going to need that powerful energy. Call out to Tyr if you're in that type of trouble. We're talking about today's type of struggles, guys, not the struggles of yesteryear, not the ones with the swords and the shields, but the struggles of everyday living, of how we make ends meet, of how we can live, how we can afford to live, how we can cope with the nasty energies around us and the fall of establishments like our authorities. So we are in a struggle and a type of war as well, but in a modern day way. So we have to find a way that we can be strong and resilient, and this rune comes to help us with that. You will be challenged many times, and with that challenge will come justice if you stay true in your heart and that you are pure of heart as well. Guys, this is a weird reading, and I know we've had in particularly where I'm living, there has been a lot of uprise. There's been a lot of terrible things happening this week, unbelievable things, and things that make you scared. And I feel this reading has come through for a reason, and I think it's to give us hope in ourselves, because we're the only ones that can change things. It's giving us an understanding that we have to be courageous and stand up for ourselves, but also that we need to give out as much love and understanding to those around us as well. It's one about keeping your family and yourselves close and safe, but also keeping an eye on what's happening, because if things get worse, we're going to be in danger. So we need to be astute, and we also need to be in our inner power. And I wish I could give you a better type of reading, but this is what I've received. And I'm being told that the gods want to give us one more stone this week. One more rune. And I'm wondering why. I've been given Ewas, guys. And Ewas is the rune of defense. And I think it's basically saying do not be scared of changes. Do not be scared of what's going on. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your inner power. Stay true to your path. Keep yourself to yourself and you will be fine. Change is going to happen all around, but we no need to be fearful of it. Try not to be scared of change, because as humans we do not like change. We like to stay consistent in what we believe and things, but there will be change, and the change that's coming will neither be bad nor good. It will be a consistent change, a change that's happening worldwide, and we have to go with it. But as much as we have to go with it, we can also stay true to our paths, and the more we do that, the more easier it will be. And so I don't know why they gave us this. I think it's what it's saying is that we have the power to stay joyful within in our own lives, that once we shut that door we can be ourselves. It's only when we venture out that we have issues. So keep those issues to a minimum. Accept what's going on without going out there and getting involved, and just be in your true path, in your heart, your soul, your mind, and your purpose. And we can be a beacon for the world. We can be the ones that are not doing anything bad, that we're doing all we can to put joy out in the world, to put peace and healing and harmony out in that world, because it desperately needs it, guys. And I'm afraid I'm going to leave it there. It's been a weird reading today, guys, and I hope you're not anxious about anything that's been spoken here today, because at the end of the day, rune readings come with the energies. They're very precise on what's happening. They pick up the energies worldwide. They pick up those energies. It's not just what you are holding and giving. Obviously, what's within you will come into them, but they will represent the state of what's going on. That is why they were used widely by the Viking era, by those in power, to determine what the outcome of battles would be, what this would be, how they were all going to be. And they trusted those energies. And today we're in different types of battles, and so these runes come to give warnings, but also to give understanding of what we can do, but also to tell us that we have enough power and we have enough resilience to get through, and to bring forth our inner peace to give to the world. So hopefully next week's reading will be a lot more nicer than this. I'm going to leave it now. Wishing you holiday happiness, because I know a lot of you are off school with your kids and things like that, and be doing things with them. And so happy Ostara to all. Also happy Easter to those that like the word Easter, or Ostra, or Iostra. I just like the Easter eggs. No, mine is all about inner work. So anyway, guys, thank you to my subscribers, thank you to all that watch, and I'm gonna leave you in peace now. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. Hausa Verlang.